Well, well, well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me, subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere. People them, how are we all? Hope we're all good. Huh? Love me, I'll tell you. Got something to talk about tonight. Loads of stuff on the agenda, guys. Loads of stuff on the agenda. Can you all hear me, yeah? Can you hear me? Just someone and say yes. I apologise. I know I do this every time I stream, but I've just got this fear I'm going to chat and you can't hear me and whatever. Crazy stuff. I'll wait. It's all right. I've got all night, people. Lovely. No, thank you very much. Yep. Career mode and chill. Bless you. Guys, hope we're all well. Thank you for joining me. Much respect. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. I hope we're all well. And look, actually, do you know what? I've got a pad here. I actually made, I don't have a script, as you guys know. But because there's so much to talk about, I thought, let me just make a little list. Because you know what I'm like. I can chat for England and I'll go off on a tangent about something. And then once the stream ends, I'll look back and think, oh, my God, I was meant to talk about that. And I didn't. I totally forgot. So, yeah, I think I need to add a bit of structure to my streams going forward. But look, there's plenty. There's four things in particular I want to talk about tonight, right? England, Euros. Yeah, I want to talk about this bastard Enzo. Yeah, this Enzo, this racist mother. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and also I want to talk about the world-class superstar that every super Arsenal fan, every top Arsenal fan knows about. This world-class superstar, Calafiori, whatever his name is, right? So yeah, let's talk about that. And also, there's one other thing I want to talk about, but I won't. I'll keep that quiet for now. But look, before we carry on with this, guys, let me just obviously give the real superstars in the chat a massive big up and a massive shout out tonight. Let's start from the top, right? So we've got AFC always. There he is. Big up yourself, mate. We've got Bobby Dazzler, Darren Sullivan. Hope you're well, mate. Should we call you Sully from Top Boys? Sully. Come on, big up, Sully. We've got David Dundas in the chat as well. Big up yourself, mate. We've got Niall Kane, my guy, my brother. Oh, hello. Sharon Dullivan. It's got to be a relation of yours, Dazzler. Is that, oh, what's her name? That's the cleaner, isn't it? What's her name? Oh, if that is her, I love this woman. She was in Big Brother. Oh, one of you guys will let me know. But yeah, she was absolutely brilliant on that show. We've got Mindful Haven as well. Big up yourself, Mindful. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good. Who else we've got? We've got Early Doors Football TV. Come on, subscribe to Tone as well. Big up yourself. Guys, my hay fever the last couple of days has been really, really bad. So I do apologise. There may be times during this stream I might have to just quickly turn the camera off, clear my nose, and obviously I'll jump back on, all right? We've got Warren's team talk as well. Wazza, big up yourself, mate. Warren as well. Warren shall be doing a stream on this channel regarding Hitler. Yeah, lovely man he was. And obviously Warren's got all their slides, all the history, all the research. He's done a hell of a lot of work on it. So, yeah, he shall be coming on. If not this week, it'll be next week. Let me know, Wazza, when you can do, mate. We've got King Mikkel, a.k.a. Young Terence, in the chat as well. Big up yourself, mate. Hope you're well. Stranger, where you been? Come out of hiding. Love it. We've got Dominic Buckner in the chat as well. Big up yourself. Big Bad Dom. Come on. We've got Joe Gugg in the chat. We've got Career Mode and Chill in the chat. We've got Nino in the chat. Come on, Nino. Aye. Mikkel Spicy Salchicha. Another one of Michelle's boyfriends, I assume. We've got Jason Carter as well. Big up yourself, Jace. Up you well, mate. We've got Pepsi Pack. Come on with a super sticker. My guy, making sure that I'm fed tonight. Big up yourself, Pepsi. I love you, mate. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. And we've got Jay Greens as well. Big up yourself, Jay. Who else we got? We've got Ryan Stockley, my neighbour. Big up yourself, Ryan. Hope you're well, mate. We've got Naeem AFC in the chat as well. Oh my God, this is just honestly, it's just so flattering. I'm not even joking. Honestly, big up yourselves. We got Kabir adding in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Kabir. Nice one. Is that it? Is that it? Gavin L, big up yourself, Gav. Gavlar, come on. Hope you're well, mate. And I think that's about it. Right, let's crack on. Let's crack on. Listen, guys, before I carry on, as you know, guys, likes are extremely, extremely important in our world. Which is obviously why whenever you guys watch someone stream, they always bang on about likes. Smash the likes. Absolutely free of charge. Doesn't cost you guys a penny. Zilch, nada, nito. Yeah. And obviously us small up-and-coming people, it matters to us even more. So if you wouldn't mind, Darren Sullivan, Ryan Stockley, Early Doors Football TV, Gavin L, Jay Greens, Kabir, please, you guys, smash the likes if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. Warren, smash. I know you always do, Warren, and Career Mode and Chill. Joe Gug, Naeem, you guys, you lovely, lovely, handsome, gorgeous, beautiful, sexy people, please smash the likes. Now, let's crack on. Let's just get this out. Thank you, Nina. I see that, bruv. I see your comment there. Come on, my brother. Taib Hussein as well, mate. Snuck in through the back door. I see you. Hope you're well, mate. Listen, guys, let's just quickly touch on this. I know it's in the past now, and it was a while back. England in the final. Now, personally, I just want to quickly touch on this. I don't want to delve too much on this because my view on it is these guys are just nothing but overrated, pampered players. That's just my view, right? However, people are asking me all the time, England versus Spain, Diesel, who do you think is going to win? I thought England would. Not because we're class or we're great or anything like that. I just thought that they would scumbag it. I thought they would. Listen, let's have it right. They have been nothing but piss poor this whole tournament. And somehow they end up getting through, right? Now, to be piss poor against the caliber of teams that we've been playing, I could understand if we were piss poor, but every game we played was against the top side. It wasn't, right? We're talking third world, third-rate countries. If we're being totally honest, you know, some of these countries are half the team of fishermen, yeah? Let's be totally honest about it. And even then, we were struggling to get through, yeah? And it happens game after game after game after game. And somehow England, and I've always said this, I really do think this Euros was an absolute fix, but that's just my opinion. They were getting through, yeah? And here we are in the final up against Spain, and somehow I just thought England are going to win this. It's written in the stars. It's scripted. These guys have been so lucky. Like, let's be honest, it's got to be on the cards, right? However, I also said if they don't win this one, they never will win one because, you know, I'm sorry, the path they had to get to the final is unlike anything I've ever seen before. Yeah. There is nothing more these guys, these corrupt people could have done to have helped England out. And England still couldn't cross the line. Now, Spain, quality, yeah, absolute ballers, technical flair, skill, all of that, lovely. Yeah, yes, there were a couple of times we had them on the ropes. But to be fair, honestly, England got the equaliser, and then instead of thinking, do you know what, the momentum is now with us, the pendulum has swung, yeah, Spain are now on the ropes, and we've been reinvigorated by the equaliser, so you know what, let's attack, and hurt these guys and put this game to bed. And no, what they did, England, was they played for penalties. They played for extra time. And do you know what, guys? I'm not going to lie. This is very controversial. I understand. And I know I'm going to piss a lot of you people off. However, there is a little part of me, I can't help it. There is a little part of me that's absolutely bloody glad England didn't win. I'm not going to lie. You guys know me, right? You guys watch me every time I stream. And I always make a point of saying, credit where credit's due. I am a massive believer of that saying. And to be honest, England did not deserve to win this. Yeah, let's be honest. Football won in the end. Yeah, because Spain have been brilliant throughout the whole tournament, and Spain deserved to win. Yeah, I am not patriotic at all. If I'm totally honest with you, I'm really not. I've seen too much in the past for me to look at this and think I can't be in love with these guys. I can't be in love with England. I can't be in love with international. I just can't. I've seen too much crap. Yeah. Yeah, to my brothers as well. Yeah, when everything's going okay, these guys are classed as heroes. Yeah, when they mess up, yeah, out come all these comments and all the racial slurs and this and the bananas being thrown. Nah, I'm sorry. Once you see that once, I can't switch off from that. So for me, that's half the reason why I'm not patriotic. Secondly, international football, if I'm honest, in general, it bores me. I'm a club man. I'm not an international man. I always have been. But obviously, everyone I know, people around me are quite patriotic, and obviously they really wanted England to win. But there was a little part of me that thought, you know what, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. If they did, I'll be saying it differently, but they did not deserve it. What annoys me is Gareth Southgate was the highest paid manager at this tournament. That's a fact. The highest paid manager at this tournament, yeah? And it's like anything in life. I say to you guys all the time, if you spend, I don't know, say 4 or 5 grand on a TV, yeah, for what you're paying, that TV better be the absolute bomb, yeah? No matter what you buy in life, yeah, you pay top dollar for something, it better deliver. Why is it any different with football? Let me just ask anyone in the chat that. Why? Yeah? The amount of money this man is on, and he is the most negative. Seriously. Yeah, like when England equalised and they went back into their shell. Yeah, retreated. Didn't go forward, retreated. Were playing on purpose, playing for extra time and for penalties so you could scumbag that win. Like, when you look at the players we've got in this side and you look at the money that they're on, yeah, and yet you're playing for penalties and extra time? Really? I'm sorry. No, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Darren, I see your comment there, mate. I'll be honest with you. Like Bellingham, I don't rate Bellingham. I do not rate Bellingham. I am one of very few who say this. Yeah. I watched the final around my mate's house, John. In fact, I think John's probably watching this right now. And me and him had such a big debate on this because he loves Bellingham, where I just don't see it. Maybe it's me. I don't see it. I see a big black guy who's got prowess, physical, can run, and he's in the middle of the park. That's all I see. I see an athlete. That's it. I don't see a tech. I don't see a baller. I see a young guy, was he 2021, who's got a physical presence, who's an athlete, who's got a good engine, who can run. That's it. That's it. That is it. I could go to my local park and probably pick out 4 or 5 guys who are like that. Yeah, honestly, I swear to God, I don't get the hype. I don't see what it is. This guy's PR is on point. And let's be honest, the way of the world now, especially in football, if you've got good PR behind you, let's have it right. You're laughing, right? So that's my view on England. In a way, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm quite glad they didn't win. Sorry, that's just me. I'm totally honest on this channel. I'm quite glad they didn't win because for me, they didn't deserve it. And I think it would have been an absolute travesty had they have won that tournament. So anyway, that's my view on that. One thing I will say as well about Gareth Southgate, I don't rate this manager at all. I don't rate this manager. I think he's very, very lucky to have got the job. However, one thing I will say, look, you know, I've seen a lot of the grief this man's getting. A lot of it for me is warranted. However, the one good thing I'd say, if I'm being totally honest, if you put me on the spot, the one good thing he has done is he has united that team. You know, I think when you look at when he first took over, and there was a lot of cliques. This is the reason, guys, why. This is why I bash Arsenal so much, right? So England and Arsenal are quite similar in terms of this. Yeah, he took over an England side where it's obvious. A lot of people have spoken about this. A lot of ex-England players have spoken about this. There were cliques which were formed, which were heavily ingrained in that squad, right? People were playing for each other. You know, certain players would only pass to their club, you know, teammates or whatever. Some players were ousted. Some players were ignored. Some players were, you know, not spoken to, etc. Right? There were blatant cliques, right, in that side. Gareth Southgate come in, and all his good work has been done off the pitch, in my opinion. Off the pitch, right? So there's certain things that you can credit him for and think, yeah, do you know what? Fair play. He's done a good job at that, integrating the players, and the players now look forward to going away with England, and they look forward to playing for their country, etc. Now, all of that I can accept, but it just goes to show everything good that this man has done has been off the pitch, not on, off the pitch. Yeah, and the reason why I liken this to Arsenal is Gareth Southgate to me is very, very similar to a Mikel Arteta with regards to Mikel has done better, a lot better than what I originally thought he would do, granted, and I've always said that. However, what Mikel has done, Mikel has got Arsenal to a level where they can compete for a title. Gareth Southgate got England to a level where they can compete, where they're reaching semi-finals and finals, right? But Gareth Southgate is not the man to take this side to the next level. Mikel Arteta is not the man to take Arsenal to the next level. And the next level is actually winning things. The next level, is actually winning trophies, right? These two are very, very similar. Don't get me wrong, Arteta's a much better manager than Southgate. Don't rate Southgate one little bit. Yeah, I really don't. I would put Mikel above him. However, they are very, very, very similar in terms of where they've got their respective clubs to. I say clubs, obviously Southgate with England, Arteta with Arsenal. Yeah, if we're being honest here, very thankful for it. Yeah, you've done an half decent job. Thank you very much. However, this loving with these managers, the way I look at it, these guys are on such a lot. They're on a lot of money, and people always say, "Oh, why you always got to mention the money?" Well, because the money's important. It's all about money, guys. It always comes down to money in the end. This nonsense with Enzo Fernandez, yeah, that scumbag racist bastard, right? Yeah, at a club where I'm sorry, and I know a few of you guys support Chelsea, yeah, and I'm not saying, but Chelsea have always been a bit of a bookie club like that. They always have done. Yeah, Chelsea are known and have been known from the olden days as a bit of a funny club when it comes to blacks. It's true. When it comes to racism, yeah, Chelsea are one of them clubs. Any black person who tells me, I support Chelsea, I absolutely love him, Diesel, I love him. I do look at him a little bit and think, rah, really? Chelsea? Okay. I do. I can't help it. I do. I'm just being honest. You all right? This nonsense with Enzo, people are asking me all week, what D's, big D. What do you think is going to happen with this? What's your thoughts on this? My thoughts are nothing's going to happen. Nothing will happen. This man has been caught singing this racist song with his teammates. And this man actually had the chest to put it on his social media, knowing he's going back in a couple of weeks to his club where there are bare black men, right? Especially from the French colonies as well. He plays with a lot of them, yeah? He's going back to his club in a couple of weeks, and yet he still had the chest to put this on his social media. It's not like one of his teammates or a friend of his leaked it, did a sly one and leaked it, and he got caught. No, he put it on. That's what I don't understand. This is clearly a guy who does not care, right? Did not think about the repercussions, didn't care what he was doing, puts it on his social media with chest, and then it causes this massive outrage, and now he's been forced to apologise. And we all know he didn't write that. He got his PR, his advisor to word it and all of that, right? That's not come from him. Then I'm hearing 4 or 5 Chelsea players, 4 or 5 of the black players, all right, let's make that clear. Yeah, 4 or 5 of the Chelsea black players have unfollowed him on Instagram. Ooh. Because it's 2024 now, isn't it, guys? If you want someone to know you're pissed off, what you do? No, you don't pick up the phone and have a word with them. No. We don't do that anymore. No, what we do now in this day and age is we unfollow. I want you to know we're not friends anymore. I want you to know I am pissed off with you. I want you to know you've done something and I'm upset and I'm angry and I don't want to know you anymore. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to unfollow you because I know if I unfollow you, you're going to feel that. That's pain. it makes, honestly, it's mad, isn't it? This is the world that we live in, right? Honestly. But you know what? My thing now, and this is what I've said to everyone all week, right? And guys, I will come to the comments, I promise you, right? I just need to get this out. My thing now is, and people have asked me this all week, I'm not looking anymore at this guy, this Enzo idiot now, right? I'm not looking at him anymore. I'm now looking at the black players, and I'm also looking at Chelsea as a club, because I want to see what action they take. Now, and this all links to what I said about literally 5 minutes ago, guys. It's all about money, because it will come down to money. This guy has cost them over 100 million. Yeah, I don't think this guy is special at all. He's done nothing since he's been at Chelsea, right? He divides opinion like mad throughout the Chelsea fan base. However, they have spent a lot of money on him. And to be totally honest with you, I hear all these people, you know, do the right thing. Chelsea have got to make an example and do the right thing, do the right thing. Well, the way I look at it, money ultimately wins in the end. Money always wins. It always wins. As rich a club as Chelsea are, yeah, they would still feel that amount of money. It's 100 million. Me personally, yeah, I'll chuck him out. I would sell him, get whatever I could for him, go. Yeah, even if I had to loan him, worst way, get out the club. I would. That's something I would do. Yeah, because I now have to set a precedent. Because let's have it right, guys. Chelsea cannot afford to have another poor season like they have been. Yeah, and something like this will fester in the dressing room. Yeah, they can come out and say, "Yeah, he spoke to us. It's all sweet." No, it's not. No, it's not. That's for the papers. Yeah, behind the scenes, yeah, it's going to be an absolute bloodbath, right? Now, when I say I look at these black players, my thing is now, do not tell me all this guy's got to do is give you a call. I'm so sorry, man. Who's the one? What's his name? The first player to unfollow him. Oh Christ, what's his name? What's his name? Wesley Fofana. That was it. Yeah. You're telling me all Enzo's got to do is ring up Wesley and say, oh, Wes, bro, Wes, man. I'm so sorry, man. Like I didn't realise the extent of it. I didn't know what it was. Yeah, I knew the words, Wes. I knew the words, but still, you know, it was a mistake. I was caught up in the moment, and you know, it weren't just me. All the other boys were doing it, and they sort of forced me to sing it, Wes. And I was in a no-win situation, Wes. Yeah. And then Wes turns around, oh, that's all right, Enzo. That's cool, bro. Look, I was pissed off at the time, but listen, let bygones be bygones, isn't it? Yeah. Enzo, man, come on, let's let sleeping dogs lie, right? Oh, cheers, Wes. I'll see you next week. Yeah, training. Yes, bruv. Now, look, I've got a feeling that's how it's going to go. These the black players, oh, well, look, it is what it is. Look, all right, don't do it again now, Enzo. Don't do it again. Because, you know, next time we're going to have like it won't be as nice as it is now. No, you know, and it all will be forgotten. And I guarantee you guys, that is what I think is going to happen. And he would have gotten away with it. And do you know what annoys me? Some of these pundits I'm seeing, there was that Dara McAntony, I think his name is, on TalkSport. The rumor is obviously they're going to slap Enzo with a 12-game ban, right? And this Dara's coming out saying, oh, it's way over the top. It's harsh. Like, just fine him. The guy's a multi-millionaire. Fine ain't going to do nothing, my friend. And secondly, a 12-game ban, for me, I think he's cut off lightly. I don't think that's harsh at all. But yeah, a lot of these pundits are coming out and saying, trying to brush this under the carpet, trying to say, well, look, and this is the one thing, guys, you guys in the chat, this is the one thing, right, that really, really gets my goat and really pisses me off, right? When you get a lot of these so-called pundits coming out saying, well, look, he's made a mistake. Yes, it's wrong. Yes, it was out of order. However, it's an educational piece. You know, he's got to learn. You know, he needs to go to some sort of training, some sort of place where and educate himself. He needs to go on a course, and he needs to do this and do that, and you know, he needs to be rehabilitated. And guys, listen. My 11-year-old son would know that's wrong. Yeah, we are talking about a big man here. We're not talking about a child, right? We're not talking about an 11, 12-year-old who said something and doesn't quite understand it and therefore needs to be sat down and educated. No, we are talking about a fully grown man, right, who said it with chest on his social media. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was saying. And he must have known, unless he's thick, he must have known. He must have known the outrage. He knows, look at the players he plays with every single week in, week out at his club. Yeah. All of that. Now, with social media, these players are taught. If you have a social media account, just beware. These are the do's and don'ts. All right, this is what we strongly advise you don't put on there, blah, blah, blah. These players, these high-profile players, trust me, guys, they've all got PR. They've all got advisors. They've all got people in their corner advising them every single day. Don't put this on. You can post that. Do not post this, blah, 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 right? They know what they're doing. So I'm sorry, any pundit who comes to me and says, oh, he made a mistake. Look, he needs to be educated. He needs to go on a course. No, that doesn't wash with me. That's a load of absolute crap. That is your get out of jail card, right? We are talking about a big man here, right? We're not talking about a little child. He's a big man. He knows what he did. He knows what he did, and therefore he's got to take whatever punishment comes. All this go on a course, right? They tried to say all this with Claude. It's absolute rubbish. Yeah? I'm sorry. No. A course. For what? No, I'm sorry. It's absolute rubbish. I'm not having that. Right? They need to set a precedent, guys. And Chelsea now, right, need to make an example of this because it will happen again. I read, who was it? Was it the Liverpool under-18s? Yeah? Didn't have to, or the under-21s had to postpone a game or whatever because, again, there were racial slurs towards the young boys in that team. This is all I'm hearing now. 2024. And there's still this divide. 2024, and there are still players having to enter onto a pitch, right, and get the monkey chance or get bananas thrown at them or this or that. And I'm seeing people like John Barnes and all these players coming out. Yeah, they got a lot to say now. Didn't say boo to a goose when they were playing, though. No, because you were too busy enjoying your money, right? And, counting your money. Didn't say nothing back then. Now you're pundits. You got everything to say. My God, you can't shut these guys up. But when they were playing, you didn't say nothing then, did you? No, you didn't make a stand. Raheem Sterling's another one. The amount of respect I've lost for Sterling. Because he's just one of them black guys who just sits there and takes it. He just takes it, right? He's earning his money. He don't care. I guarantee you now, guys, remember this time I've said this, yeah, right, on this stream. Anyhow, Raheem Sterling retires from football. If he becomes a pundit, which he probably will, right, and this happens in the future, anyhow, he is on a TalkSport or ESP or whatever he's on, yeah, and he has the cheek to actually talk about this and talk about that. Oh, this is wrong. He should be suspended. He should whatever. No. You had your chance to make a stand. You had your chance to speak up and say something. You didn't when you was a player. Now you're a pundit. You got all this to say. No. And this is where guys have got very short memories, right? Very short memories, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When it happens to you on the pitch, and I've always said this, you walk off. If I was a player today and I was one of these players, the minute I hear anything, I'm storming off. You want to fine me or ban me from playing for England again? Do it. I dare you. Because once I tell the world why I walked off, you dare ban me or fine me after what I've just told you, after what I've been subjected to? Yeah, that's on you. That's on you. Even if they wanted to fine you or ban you, they can't. Because the minute a black player says, I walked off the pitch because I had the monkey chance, or I had a banana thrown at me when I went to take a corner, or I had the all this rubbish, yeah? That's why I walked off. What are you going to do about that? No one, not England, the FA, no one in their right mind is going to want to turn around to that player and say, right, well, because you walked off, you're in trouble. We got to fine you. We got to ban you. We can't play for the country again. No, even if they want to, they can't. They can't. And I've said it to you guys before. You know what I really want to see with these international teams? Any racism. I want to see the white players walk off. That's what I want to see. I would love, because that, for me, there is nothing bigger than showing unity if that was to happen. Yeah? If there is a black player, any international, it could be Arsenal, a club team, whoever. Yeah? Because we all know this still goes on in the stands. This still goes on at stadiums. It does. Right? It does. Yeah? I know a lot of people who are stewards, and they tell me it's happening weekly, right? At a lot of these clubs. It still happens, yeah? And I'll tell you something, if that happens and I see the white players thinking, do you know what, sod this, we're all together here, we all go. One goes, we all go. For me, that's unity. And I've always said this, guys, unity will bring down any organisation, and I genuinely mean that. Any. But you have to have unity. Yeah? Sickens me, guys. 2024, and we're still being subjected to crap like this. I'm sorry, it does. I've always said this. You get good and bad in everyone. You get good and bad in every race, every creed, every colour. Do you know what I mean? Yeah? But people who are judged just on the colour of their skin, in 2024, we're still seeing this. And if you notice, are we not seeing this? It's on the rise. Every time I open a paper, I say, racist attack or racism slur or this, that, the other. Yeah? And it's not just one way, by the way. It's not white on black. Yeah? Because it happens black on white. Racism is racism, guys. Whether it's black on white, white on black, it doesn't matter. Racism is racism. And it sickens me. Yeah? And I'm not stupid enough to think, it's ever going to be fully eradicated, because it's not. It's not. Yeah? Racism is very well hidden. It's still very, very rife, but it's very well hidden now. There are people I probably know, people I work with. Yeah, I guarantee you now, I'm not stupid. Very nice to my face. I guarantee the minute my back's turned or the minute I walk out the office or whatever, I guarantee there's been comments made. I know this. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, they can't say it to my face. So when I say it's hidden, I mean it's hidden. Yeah? It's hidden. But anyway, my thing on this, I want to see what Chelsea do. I will be sitting back with my butter-kissed cinema sweet popcorn, and I'll be watching just to see what happens. Because there's saying and there's doing very, very different things here. So let's see what happens. Let's see if these black players actually accept this scumbag's apology and welcome him back into the fold. And let's just see, yeah, because I'm telling you now, I've got no faith in these players. I really don't. This is where myself and a lot of you guys in the chat are very, very different. Very different to these players, because for me, the kind of person I am, I don't let things slide like that. You know, because my whole thing is this, my God, if you're doing that on camera, what are you doing when the cameras are off? You know, some of these things I see, police being filmed, you know, roughing up guys or whatever, and they know they're being filmed and they're still doing that. And the fear for me is, my God, they know they're being filmed and they're still doing this fuckery and this nonsense. Sorry to swear. But I do look at it and think, my God, what are they doing when the camera's off? Because if they can do that in full view of everyone, what are they doing right when no one's watching? And that, for me, is a scary, scary thought. It really is. And look, it is what it is. Yeah, I made a point of saying this before. This Mike Maignan, I think that's his name, the Milan keeper, he got subjected to torrid racist abuse. And do you know what? I said this on a stream I did. Yeah, and I challenged every other YouTube channel, any person I know who's got a YouTube channel. Yeah, I sincerely hope, and it's not me outing them, and I know you did, Tone, right? I sincerely hope that all these other YouTube channels, right, mention this and bring it up, because it's all right, me saying this, yeah, listen, I'm a man of colour, I'm mixed race, or as I got told last week, we can't say that anymore. Is it mixed heritage? Is that the new term now, the new slang? First it was half caste. Can't say that anymore. Mixed race. Now I'm being told we can't say that anymore. It's now mixed heritage. I can't keep up, right? I really can't. But, you know, it's disgusting, guys. Let's be honest. It is. It's disgusting, and it honestly, honestly, it just turns my stomach. Honestly, it really does. To judge someone because of how they look, to judge someone because of the color of their skin, when there's good and bad in everything. You know what I'm saying? But such is life, right? But anyway, that's my take on it. Before I crack on, let's just go to these comments as well, because as I've been talking, you guys have been putting in some very, very lovely things in here. Let's start from here. Dazzler, Spain were there for the taking, especially when Rodri went off. Do you know the funny thing is, Rodri goes off, everyone's like, oh my God, it's Christmas, come early. Throwing a fat guy in a red suit, and you've literally got Christmas. Rodri's gone off. Oh my God, Spain are handing it to us on a silver platter. Oh my God. Can you imagine? He goes off. Is it Zubimendi comes on? No change. No change. And do you know what? I will say this, right, very quickly, right? I don't like John Barnes. I think he's a prick. I do. Right? I think he's an absolute idiot. My dislike for John Barnes comes, and I've said this before on this channel, that story that broke out with Liam Neeson. I think a black guy hurt a female friend of his or something. I think that was a story. A black guy abused some woman that Liam Neeson knew, and Liam Neeson went out all night trying to find a black guy to beat up. Yeah, I mean, come on, right? And then John Barnes was actually in defence of Liam Neeson and praised him for like, this is what you call a chuck ice, mate. This is a black guy, right? Who literally black on the outside, white on the inside. You know, that's why we call them chuck ices. You know, because how can you? If we're being honest here, how can you defend that? This man openly said, I went out all night trying to find a black guy to beat up. Luckily, he didn't find one. What if he did? What if he did and he battered this guy to a pulp? He just sees some random guy walking down the road and thought, yeah, he's black, he'll do. Yeah, goes over there and smashes him to a pulp. What would have happened then? Oh, it's all right, Liam. I understand why you did it, though, mate, because no. John Barnes, one of them, mate. But whatever. But I'll tell you something now. The one thing he did say on TalkSport last week, which I actually really do agree with, when he was talking about England, and he was saying that the problem is with England, with Gareth Southgate and managers before him, is they try, every manager seems to want to try to integrate all the best players. Right, rather than what they should be doing is picking the right player for whatever system that they're trying to impose. Yeah, picking the right players are not necessarily picking the best players England have. It's picking the right players. And then when he was saying, when you look at Spain, some of them players, they don't play for the best teams. You got Laporte, who plays in Saudi Arabia, I believe. You know, and a few others, they play for half decent teams, but they're not giants. But when you look at Spain, it just works. You know, when you look at La Fuente, I believe the Spain manager, he's got a system that he's implemented, and it's perfect. He's perfected it. Yeah, he has the right players for that system. Yeah, not necessarily. He puts the best players in that team. No, he puts the right players in that team in order to fit that system and to complement that system. England don't do that. What England do is they put all the big names in. Harry Kane must play. Doesn't matter if he plays like dog shit. He must play. Jude Bellingham. Doesn't matter how poor he is. He must play. He must get a game. Phil Foden must get a game. And this is where England will never win. This is where they'll never win. Yeah? Because the arrogance is an absolute joke. This man has been here 8 years, I think he's been the England manager, and we still don't. He still hasn't implemented a system. Still, or if he has, we can't see it. And I just look at that and think, for all the money you've earned out of the FA, yes, you got to finals, but look at who you ain't played no one. Let's have it right. They ain't played no one. Nino, Bellingham is the most overhyped player there is. I totally agree. Totally agree. Darren, people reckon Bellingham was outed by the squad for his attitude. Now, do you know what? I've heard I've heard a lot about this, and I reckon it's true. And I'm not just saying this because I don't rate Bellingham, but I've heard a lot of stories coming out about the thing with Bellingham. Look, and there is a little part of me, right, that not so much cut him slack, but we forget sometimes how old these players are. I mean, this guy, he's only 20, right? He's a kid, yeah? However, that being said, I do think he's bloody arrogant. I'll never forget when his number come up, right, for the when Southgate was making a sub. And I think they tried to they put up his number by accident. I reckon that was Southgate generally wanted him to come off, and he took one look at Southgate and went, "No, Gareth, you can't be on about me, mate. No. I ain't coming off." Yeah, and Gareth Southgate obviously thought, "Oh God, I can't be like mugged off here. I'm going to look stupid." So yeah, let's just make out. Oh yeah, that was the wrong number. I didn't mean to take you off, Jude. That's okay. You crack on, Jude. Hey, Jude. All this rubbish. Yeah. But I do think, guys, because look, Darren, if I'm being totally honest, if I'm one of the senior players in that side, and I've got a young 20-year-old trying to tell me, yeah, I've got a young 20-year-old, obviously, do you know what I mean, maybe having a go at me, or calling me son or whatever, and I'm like, hang on a minute, mate, I'm 30 odd, you're 20, you're trying to step to me. There is a little part of me that's like, that would piss me off. That would. I'm not going to lie. People can say, "Oh, he just got a hunger. He wants to win," and this, that, the other. Yeah, that's cool, and I love players who are like that. However, at the same time, there was a little part of me that's like, "Listen, Jude, know your place. Know your place." Yeah, because I do think that there is an arrogance there. And there is a fine line with it. Yeah, I've got no qualms with him geeing up the other players and saying, "Guys, come on, we can do this. Come on." Yeah, but if he's crossing that line and he's trying to mug these players off, yeah, we all do it, guys. In any walk of life, we all do it. I'm 42 years of age, and if I'm at work and I've got some little 20-year-old, I've been doing this job for time. This little 20-year-old, as good as he is, he's only been on the scene for what, 5 minutes, and I've got this little boy trying to step to me. I'm not going to take that. If I'm honest, I'm not going to take that. Yeah, know your place. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think we would all be like that, right? All of us. Because the first thing you look at is the age. You look at the age and you think, hang on, I'm not just older than you. I'm older by you by a lot. I've been doing this for longer than you. You've just come on the scene and you're trying to step to me. No, that can't happen, mate. And I reckon Jude's done that with a lot of the players in there. Yeah. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Right, Jason, tell me about it. Tell me about it. It's glaring. Certain positions need upgrading, but we prefer getting our 10th fullback, etc. It's partly why I'm not looking forward to the new season, mate, because nothing changes. That's clearly about the Arsenal. I will touch on that next. Arsenal first. Big up, Diesel. It's been a while. Hope you're well, my friend. I'm very good, thank you, mate. Hope you're good too. We've got Jimmy D in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Jimmy D. Wazar, Chris Sutton said exactly the same thing. He's another pundit I don't like. He's too cocky for me. I don't know why. Jay Green's the country doesn't deserve it. I was happy. I blame certain group of fans. It's a curse. I'll tell you what, I do. One thing, I've said this before, I do watch a lot of ESPN, and I just prefer that to TalkSport. I think the pundits on there are better. Ali Moreno, I do like him. I mess with him. I do like him. Speaks a lot of sense. I do like Craig Burley. I can't lie, I do. But you know what? I like Steve McManaman, you know. Again, he don't pull no punches. He says it exactly how it is. And he does speak a lot of sense. I'll tell you honestly, Steve McManaman, I've been watching a lot of him recently, and I think he's bang on with a lot of what he says. I will say that. Jay Greens, the country doesn't deserve it. I was happy. I blame certain group of fans. It's a curse. Facts. Pepsi Pack Diesel's a club man because that's where the ladies are. Exactly. Again, facts, mate. That's what I'm saying. Football Capo, my guy from back in the day. Neftali, come on. How are you, man? Dimlo, Don Diesel, been a minute, bro. Great to see you back. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good. Yeah, hope the family's well. Love you, bro. Come on, you know that. Where's our spot on Diesel? Come on, I'm always spot on. Where's you know this? The assembled in the chat as well. Pick up yourself, mate. Static as well. Finally caught you live. Come on, Static. 27 likes, not bad. I need 50 minimum. Static facts. These are all about the similarities of Southgate and Arteta. Let's be honest here. It's true, isn't it? Ali D as well. Come on, how are you, bro? You good? Gary O'Sullivan as well. Big up yourself, Gazzarini. And again, look, nearly, man. So when we talk about Michelle and when we talk about Gareth, they are similar. When you really think about it, they are similar, right? Now, look. Oh, Tony Neri. How can I forget you? Top man. How are you, Tony? That'd be good, mate. Facts, these are about Chelsea's past. And do you know what? I'm not just saying this, guys. Chelsea have always been known as a bit of a dodgy club, right, when it comes to racism. It's true. I'm telling you now, it's true. They have a past. They do have a past with this sort of stuff. They do. Manny as well. I see you, Manny. Big up yourself, mate. Big up Big D. Enzo knew it was offensive and still did it. See? That's my issue with it. That's my issue. He must have known, if I do this, oh my God, the grief I'm getting. He must have known. You're speaking about black players who shouldn't be playing for France, come from Colin. You come on, you know this. You're not stupid. Knew it was offensive and still did it, and his teammates who also play in the Premiership have been implicated too. I think Messi needs to speak out and help clamp down on it. And do you know what? Messi, I love Messi. Yeah, this age-old debate, Messi and Ronaldo. And for me, I love both. I love Ronaldo. I love his mentality. I love his hunger. I love his desire. I love the way he treats his body. I love, honestly, his hard work. I love his dedication. I love it. Right? For me, purely from a football term, I prefer Messi. I do, always have. However, if someone said to me, I prefer Ronaldo, there is no right or wrong. It all comes down to preference when it comes to these two. It's all preference. That's all it is. Like, there's not much between them, these two at all. However, what's really upset me about Messi, because this is a player I've admired for years, right? I love this guy. I love the way he plays football. But when all this broke out, and it's all this, oh, should he, shouldn't he? Should he come out and say something or should he not? No, I don't think he needs to. Well, I think he should, blah, blah, blah. Right? Messi needs to come out. You are the captain. You are the skipper. You are an iconic player. When you talk, a lot of people listen. You are Lionel Messi. You're not just any baller. You are the baller, and you have been the baller. Right? For the last 10, 15 years, you are the man. Right? You're so high up on that pedestal. You do need to come out and say something. I'm sorry, he does. Whether it's, oh yeah, but it wasn't him who said it, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant whether it was him or not. You think of Argentina, you think of Lionel Messi. He's the man. And also, when you're the captain, you have a responsibility as a captain, right? Whether you did something or not, one of your teammates did it, you're the skipper, you're the captain, right? You're the one who puts your head above the parapet. It's you. You're the leader of men, right? That's what a captain is. This is what a lot of people don't get now in football. A captain is very important, right? Not like Andras and think, oh, you have it this week, and Theo, you can have it next week, and then, oh, because it was your birthday, you can have it for an extended week, and you can have it next the week after, and you. No. No, it's a sacred job, right? If you want to be the captain, you've got to take what comes with it. I'm sorry. Yeah. And something like this, Messi should have come out on his teammates' behalf as the leader, as the captain of men, and he should have made a statement and said something. Yeah. Messi is in this as well. They all sing these songs and they know the words to it as well, right? We all know Argentina is a very much a right-wing country, right? We know this. Yeah. If he's singing it, and this Enzo singing it, I'm telling you now, at some point, Messi sung this, right? Let's just have it right. You know, so it upsets me because it's a player that I love and I admire. But you know what? The fact that he didn't come out and say something for me, that spoke volumes. That told me that these guys don't really think they've done anything wrong. They're actually sticking by this. Yeah, we sung the song, and you know what I mean? It's honestly, it's, and people keep going back to this. Oh, it's an education piece and all this. I've never heard so much crap in my life. I can't believe there are courses out there, right, for things like this. Things like this. If you're racist, you're racist. Yeah, it's ingrained in you, and you think a course for a couple of hours is going to change your whole. No, I'm sorry, absolute rubbish. Early doors. Enzo did it the other day. Again, some Argentine game, the crowd was singing the same song and he was there clapping. Man's a fool. Now, look, I don't know about that, Tone, but if that is true and nothing happens to him, then for me, Chelsea are a scumbag club and they always will be. And yeah, it's just disgusting. They're looking at this. Do you know what? If he cost them 5 million, yeah, even then, I don't think like they do anything. The fact that he cost them over 100 million when he gets back to the club, I guarantee. Or they've even said his advisors or Todd Bowley or whoever has basically said, "Look, you need to ring up these black players now. Ring them up now and have a chat so that when you do come back next week or in 2 weeks, whatever it is." Yeah, it's all sweet in the changing room. Or it's better than what it is at the moment. You need to ring them. Yeah, it's absolute. It's a joke, mate. It's a joke. It's a joke. AFC always look. Let's touch on Arsenal now. Forget Chelsea. It's this scumbag club, mate. Diesel, if we have a total squad, why can't we go for world-class signings? Right, listen. Now, look, we were told all the time. Look, as soon as Arsenal can crack this Champions League thing. Yeah, then obviously that will then open the door for world-class players to come through the door. As of yet, I haven't seen one. Now, California, right? Let's talk about our club now, and obviously let's get back to the most important matters, and that's our club, right? It baffles me, guys. It absolutely baffles me, and it annoys me, and it enrages me that Arsenal haven't done anything yet. The very fact that this California guy, whatever his name is, right? I'm sure he's an half-decent player. I don't know much about him. I'm not going to pretend that I watch him every week because I don't. A lot of these super Arsenal, top Arsenal fans, whatever they call themselves, these wrong'uns, trying to make it, oh, yeah, I've watched him from day. Yeah. He's class, man. He's quality. I know everything about him. Yeah. He's got a sister. Yeah. All rubbish, right? Absolute rubbish. What baffles me is we're buying a centre-half that we don't really need, if I'm being totally honest. If Arsenal got their priority signings done, and then right at the end, they had time to squeeze in a centre-half, look, I'm cool with it. Yeah? I'm absolutely cool with it. Just got to blow my nose, excuse me. Damn. Whew. Anyway, right. I'll be cool with it, guys. The very fact that why is this is what pisses me off. Why is this taking an eternity to get over the line? Why? I could understand if we were trying to sign a Kylian Mbappe and it's loads of negotiations back and forth, agents are involved, all this, and it's a mega deal. I kind of get it. We're talking about some little Italian boy, right? I'm sorry. How is it taken this long? Seriously, how has it taken this long? In what, 3 or 4 weeks the season starts, yeah? And we've been chasing this guy for time. Even when he was at the Euros, right, we could have got that deal done, yeah? I'm sorry, we could have. And also, again, why is it with Arsenal? Why is it we can only do a deal and we can only pursue one player? Why can't they do 2, 3 deals at the same time? Why is that? Why can't they do that? Why can't they do multiple? Why is it always one? Yeah? A centre-half, guys, with all due respect, a centre-half is the least priority position we need. I want to know what's going on with the striker position because Arsenal need a striker. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I said this in the last stream. This summer, we say this every single year. I understand that, but let's have it right. This summer we're really going to see what Arsenal are made of, really, right? Because twice now, yeah, we've given the title a right good go, and we've fallen short twice, right? Surely, I would have thought this summer, do you know what? Arsenal need to make a good few statement signings, right? And and they might still do, I don't know. But from what I'm seeing at the moment, Arsenal just seem very lax. And again, my good friend John is trying to tell me, yeah, but Deez, to be fair, mate, it's not like anyone, all right, take out Man United. No one else is really really. And this is, see, the thing, and I love this guy to bits. I love John, yeah, but John is very, very much like a lot of these Arsenal fans today, yeah, where they worry too much about everyone else. They worry too much about, well, Tottenham ain't bought anyone yet, and, well, they ain't bought anyone, and they haven't, and Liverpool haven't, and so what? Because they haven't, we can't, what? We can only buy when Liverpool buy. We can only buy when Spurs buy. No. See, this is the problem. Stop looking at everyone else. Yeah, stop following in their footsteps. Just because they haven't bought, it doesn't mean we can't. If anything, they're not buying. We are. Let's take advantage of it. Yeah, and let's get it done early doors. Pardon the pun. Come on, son. Right? And let's get it done early. But no, we're chasing this little Italian boy, California. Right? And then what? How is that not over the line yet? And also, the very first signing of the summer, and it's a centre-half. And also, another thing that's really annoyed me, guys, I'm not going to lie, Lokonga. That's really, how are you telling me you can't sell this player? Another loan, yet another loan, not even a mandatory, it's an option to buy, which means, in all likelihood, they're not going to buy him at the end, right? He'll come back to Arsenal, will still be an Arsenal player. From my understanding, he's still got when he does come back, he'll have a year left. He'll have a year left on his contract, which means if we struggle to sell him this summer, it's going to be even harder to sell him next summer, which probably means all he's got to do is sit tight for a year because, from what I hear, he's on good money, right? And he could just see the bench for a season and then walk out as a free agent. Sign with another club for free, but he'll get a massive signing on bonus. And again, it's piss poor. How are you telling me? And again, I had this debate with John. How are you telling me you can't sell you can't even get 5 million for him? Players worse than him get sold every single day of the week. You can't you can't find one club in world football to part with 5 million for Lokonga. I'm not buying it. I'm not having that. I'm sorry. Right? So again, he goes out on loan. Eddie Nketiah, what's going on with him? Emil Smith-Rowe. And again, and I want your take on this, guys, you guys in the chat, because I want to see if it's just me, whether I'm being a bit of an idiot here or whether I've got a point, right? Apparently, Arsenal turned down a £30 million bid from Fulham for Emil Smith-Rowe. Now, I said to John, my mate John, I said to John, I said, look, 30 million for a player who doesn't start for Arsenal very rarely comes on as a sub. Rarely. And in my opinion, Smith Rowe cannot complete 90 minutes of football. He's got a fitness problem. I've always said this. I've said it on this channel for time. There is something not right about Smith Rowe. He reminds me very much of Raphael van der Vaart, who used to play for Spurs. Very good player. But for whatever reason, he just could not complete a whole match. He couldn't complete 90 minutes. He can't. Smith Rowe, for me, has got the same thing, right? Very good player. But you know what? 30 million, which I think is quite reasonable. I would have taken that. And John said, no, it's way too cheap. And I was like, hang on a minute. Too cheap? How is that too cheap? I can understand. If Smith Rowe was a regular for Arsenal, didn't play great, but was a regular, then I would demand more than 30 million, right? He's not a regular. He very rarely comes on as a sub. To call him a bit part player is probably wide of the mark. He's not even that, if we're being honest. You don't really see him. So to get 30 million for a player like that, I think that's pretty decent. I'd have taken it. And what that does, that obviously takes the money off the wage bill and it frees up. Because I said to John, I went, like, fans like you got to understand, if we struggle to sell these players, that affects the players we buy, right? That affects who we bring in. We need to sell, right? And I can only, if it was 15 million Fulham, yeah, that's cheeky. I wouldn't take that. 30 million. I think that's actually decent. I would have taken it. But Arsenal have refused it. They've rejected it. They want more. Then I hear about they've slapped a 50 million price tag on Eddie Nketiah. Now, I'm sorry. I understand, I understand that obviously strikers there will always be a premium for strikers. Clubs will always have to pay a premium for strikers, more so than anyone else on that pitch. Eddie Nketiah is barely a striker. In fact, if I call him a striker, I'm being very polite here. All right? I don't rate the guy. Anything you get from him, take. 50 million for Eddie Nketiah. This is the same club, by the way, who are haggling over this Italian boy, California. Yeah, right? And yet, in the next breath, you're demanding 50 million for Eddie. Eddie, treat me like animal. I mean, come on. What is this club playing at? And again, you look at Eddie and you think, so many Arsenal fans give this guy props. And I just look at it and think, what has this guy done? I mean, really? I mean, seriously, it shouldn't. I look at it now and I think Arsenal, last 2 seasons, have finished second, runners up to Man City, right? Arsenal are playing an exciting brand of football. Arsenal have got the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal are well known worldwide. Arsenal are massive worldwide. Arsenal are the 3rd biggest club in this country, right? All these things I've just named. It shouldn't be hard, really, to sell Arsenal to a player. Shouldn't. Right? It shouldn't. What is a problem is the person who's trying to sell Arsenal to these players. And that's Edu. How are you? I don't understand how you can't sell these players. I don't understand. It's loan and another loan and another loan and another loan. Option to buy, option to buy, option to buy. I'm sorry, it's and these guys are on. Do you know what? When you look at Edu, what he's on, and these people behind the scenes, and they can't even do a job like that. Yeah, this is what I said to you guys, right? When Roman Abramovich left Chelsea, and I said it, any of you guys remember this? I said it around the time I said it on this stream. On this channel, the first thing I would have done when Roman left, I would have got Marina in. I would have. If I was Arsenal, I would have got Marina. That woman, I thought she was absolutely brilliant. The money she got for a lot of them Chelsea players, she was obviously, the word in that in the football game is she's very, very shrewd, highly intelligent. Yeah, very shrewd operator. I would have got that Marina. I think that's her name, isn't it? Marina Granevskaya or whatever her name is. That's who I would have got, because we could do with someone like that. Edu is absolutely useless. Useless. I cannot believe the season's 3-4 weeks away and we've not got one player in yet. Oh, sorry, actually, my fault. We have. We bought that goalkeeper. Woo! Yeah? I mean, come on. Static Diesel saying Burley is a legend, especially when he destroys Arsenal with truth and facts. The thing is, right, Craig Burley speaks a lot of sense. I do like Craig Burley. But then the thing is, a lot of fans will say, well, what does he know? He was crap as a player. He didn't win anything. So everything he says is rubbish because he wasn't a good player. Make that make sense. Yeah, I like Shaka Hislop as well. Steve Nicol, yeah, again. Yeah, very biased with Liverpool, but, you know, other than that, he's all right. Todd Burge, big up yourself, Todd. Diesel, that Arsenal team for America tour is a disaster. Yeah, do you know what? I think David Dundas, big up to David as well. Look, Dave, I know you've gone now because I know you've got work. Mate, it kills me every time I go to do a stream and you can't watch. Let me know, mate, when is a good time for me to stream, and I'll do one, you know, when you're, because you've been with me since I first started, mate, and it kills me. So, yeah, let me know. But I think David Dundas put a comment in the stream earlier on about, because obviously I think Dave Dundas is in, am I right in saying he's in America or Canada? He's one of them places. Arsenal are charging $120 a ticket for these games out there in America at the moment. And yet you look at the squad that they've taken, and it doesn't surprise me, if I'm being honest. Look, we know, for obvious reasons, the likes of Saka can't be there, and Ramsdale, and all these players who were at the Euros and who went quite far in the Euros. But $120 for a ticket is an absolute joke. But are we shocked? I mean, I say this all the time. In fact, I'll be honest with you, people. I don't know, and this isn't a dig. I don't know if there are other Arsenal channels who actually really talk about this, because this is a big thing, and I say this all the time. When you think of how tough it is out there at the moment, the cost of living. We're very much still in this, by the way. It's very much a cost of living crisis at the moment. Everything is going up. People are struggling to bits, yeah? And Arsenal are putting their prices up at the worst possible time. And no one really seems to be talking about that. Honestly, I don't understand it. It's like these people just love to throw money away. I don't understand it. Yeah? If they really value the fans, right, put a freeze on ticket prices, or even better still, give these guys a bit of a discount for their loyalty. Yeah? Because they say all the time on their Instas and their social medias, oh, we love the fans, this, that, the other. No, you don't look at us as fans. You look at us as customers. It's as simple as that. That's where the game has gone now. That's why I don't go to games. I don't, because I see it. Yeah? I see it. Look at the merch. Look how expensive that is. I was looking at a kids' Arsenal kit the other day. A kids' Arsenal. It was over 80 quid. Now, bear in mind, if you want to get the shirt, the shorts, and the socks, it's £100 for a child. Who, let's be real, a child's going to wear that 3 or 4 times, outgrow it, because we know how quick kids get big, right? And you spent £100 on a kit that a child's probably going to wear 3 or 4 times at the most, and then have to get another one because it's going to be too small. It's an absolute rip-off. And yet no one really we just accept it. Do you know what I'm saying? Right, take a breath, Deez, have a drink, son. Come on, JD and Coke. Come on, right? I can't be too long in it because I've got company later on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Diesel's going to let out his furious side. I tell you, poor cow. Manny, the one thing I don't like about Messi is his support for Israel, and he's played with many Afro-Frenchmen at Barcelona and PSG. So he needs to speak out at least for his reputation. Hashtag Free Palestine. Come on. Yeah, honestly, mate, I'm not going to lie. It's the fact that he's not come out and he didn't come out. The thing with Messi, even if he comes out now, I wouldn't believe it now because someone's obviously pushed him to do it, right? He should have been the first out, early doors, should have come out and said something. But if he does it now, when it's so long after the event, I would look at that as, yeah, he doesn't really want to do this. His people have told him, no, Lionel, you've got to do this, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Jason Carter, Messi won't do it, bro. It's the Argentine culture. Their history says it all. McAllister even asked Messi to tell the rest of the Argentina team to calling him Ginger. Christ. And do you know what I read as well about, is it one of the politicians or one of the governors that, I can't remember what his title was. I think he works for the Argentine government or whatever, actually openly come out and said, look, Enzo should apologize. Or no, I think he said Lionel Messi should come out and apologize on his behalf or whatever. And this guy got sacked. He got sacked just for saying that. And that kind of tells you what kind of place it is out there, right? That tells you they don't realize they've done anything wrong. And that's scary, to be fair. Ryan, I heard on the grapevine that Jude and Gareth had a disagreement about tactics on the touchline. Yeah, they probably did because Gareth ain't got a clue, mate, if I'm honest. He's not tactically astute. There are a couple of times that I think that wasn't really shown on the TV too tough, but there were a couple of times when actually Jude was going mad at Gareth Southgate on the touchline. I think when they went 1-0 down and Jude's basically saying, look, change something, Gareth. Do something, change something. Yeah, like going sick at him apparently. Randy Viper, my guy, my cousin, my bro, my blood, my homie. What one? Why did Saka elbow Spanish player when England needed a goal last second? He's cost England again. Mate, I've got to say, I thought Saka was one of the better players, you know. There's not many players who can come out of this with any credit. Saka weren't great, but I think he was a hell of a lot better than the majority of those players. In fact, I'd go as far to say I don't think England deserves Saka, you know. So I'll tell you what, the one thing I do like about Saka, when you watch him off the ball, he does enough works hard, you know. He works hard, going backwards and forwards. And yeah, and obviously, as I said to you guys the other week, you know, when he stepped up to take that penalty, there was, yeah, a lot of us guys had foot in mouth, man. We was like, oh, please don't miss, don't miss, don't miss. I can't leave my house if he misses. Oh my God, please don't miss. Saka, don't miss, don't miss. You've seen all those videos on Instagram going around with the old guy, the black guy, sitting there praying, don't miss. Saka, you not miss. You not miss. If you miss, they're going to kill me. So, yeah, honestly, it's so true, though. 41 likes, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Please, people, like. Static Diesel, I'm tired of Arsenal. I'm so very tired. The thing is, right, guys, in a nutshell, I'm being totally honest here. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I just get the impression with Arsenal, I just get the impression they're content with top four. I genuinely believe that. I don't see, and people can say, typical D's are always bashing Arsenal, but you know what? I just don't see, when you come so close to a title for 2 years running, that third year, when you look at, you know, the likelihood is it's going to be Pep's last season at Man City, right? Then you hear the rumours about some of their players want to go Saudi Arabia. Then Man City haven't bought anyone in yet. And Man City, let's have it right. I know they won the league last season, but by their standards, they weren't great last season. All those things I've just mentioned, you'd think if you were Arsenal and you was in that office there with Edu and Michelle, you'd be looking at that thinking, this summer, twice we've come close and they've just pipped us. This summer, we really need to go all out. Third time lucky, yeah? And make some statement signings. The annoying thing is, it's not money. Arsenal have got the money. They've got the money, right? And it's, again, world-class players. People tell me now, the last 2-3 years at Arsenal, with the football that we now play, and we're now competing for titles, and also the main thing is we are now in the Champions League, right? For me, guys, it shouldn't be a hard sell. It shouldn't be hard to attract players and sell this to a player. It shouldn't be hard. It's not like, yeah, well, the last couple of seasons, we've just about got in the top 7 and, yeah, we mess around every now and again with the Europa League and, no, it shouldn't be hard to sell Arsenal to a player, not to any player, but I'm on about top quality players. This should not be. This is Arsenal. And I keep saying this. We're big, We are big. And there's a lot of people who don't get this anymore. Or they're not as old as I am, or, they're a lot younger and that they watch too much of that channel over there, right? With those paid actors on it. Forget them. That's scripted, right? Forget that. Guys, listen to me. I'm telling you, this club's big, It's big. Arsenal are big. And providing Arsenal have got the right people that with the right credentials, behind the scenes, doing the buying, doing the selling, etc., selling the dream, having a list of top quality targets, right? This should be a relatively easy sell to a lot of these top quality players. I don't see where the hardship is. I don't see what's so hard. I don't see why you can't sell it. I really don't. And judging by the actions and by us chasing this California guy, I say California, it just makes me laugh. Cauliflower, whatever his name is, right? The fact that we've been chasing that for a while and we can't get that over, you look at that and you think that should be such a simple deal to do. What is the issue? I don't get it. What is the issue? Right? And also, why can't we work on multiple deals? Why is it one at a time? Again, that I don't get. This season, we are meant to be showing some sort of statement of intent, third time lucky, and actually going for the title. What I'm seeing, because guys, I'll be honest with you, and I say this to a lot of my mates when it comes to women, right? It's the same thing as football. Don't so much listen to what they say, but make sure you watch what they do, because saying and doing for me are two very different things. Anyone can talk and sweet talk and give lip service. Anyone can do that. Any bird can do that, right? Any chairman can do that, right? Yeah, we want to do this. Yeah, we aim to be the biggest club in the country. We aim to win the league. We aim to be the best of the best. We aim to it's all nice and it G's the fans up and all this because you're telling us essentially what we want to hear, right? It's not about that. It's about doing actions. Show me then. You want to be the biggest the biggest in the land? Cool. Show me. You want to buy world-class players from the summer? Cool. Show me. You want to win the league and pit Man City? Cool. Show me. It's all. Show us. Don't just talk. Talk a good game. Show us. Show us you really want it. Show us you've learned from your mistakes. Show us that you're taking advantage of buying top quality players when hardly anyone else is. Show us. Don't just follow. Oh, we can buy a player now because Liverpool have just bought someone, Man United have bought someone, and now Man City have bought someone. Spurs are buying someone. So now all these clubs around us are buying players. Now we can. No. Stop following and start leading. There is a big, big difference between the two. You are meant to be the Arsenal. Edu, you've played for us in the invincible era. If anyone gets it, it should be you. But you know what? He doesn't. He doesn't. He's not good enough. He's not good enough. Does Edu walk into an office with negotiators? Does he demand that respect? I don't think so. I really don't. I really don't. And I'll tell you something now. People can tell me, like John was telling me the other, oh, yeah, but dude, it's early. Yeah, it's early. Okay, cool. Okay, so look, we'll go by what you said then. I do. Listen, I'm not sitting here saying Arsenal aren't ever going to buy someone there. I think we will. I don't like the timing of it. My thing is get players in. Do you know what the thing is with Arsenal? And this isn't just Arsenal; it's most clubs, right? A lot of Arsenal fans, a lot of fans, football fans, think, well, we can only really start talking to players and start making signings when the transfer window opens, and we can't really do anything until until it comes around and it opens up. And it's like, what? Clubs tap up players all the time. Arsenal, every club will tell you this, right? They should have a list of players that they want, a list of targets, right? They should have a top 3. And you go for your first one. If you don't get him, then you go down to your second top one, right? Don't get him, you go to your third. Every club should have a list of targets. During the season, whether they say you shouldn't, all clubs do it, right? You make a beeline for these players, right? You've got players in your squad who know that man, yeah? Or you've got players who know someone who knows him. Either way, you get the message to him, right? You send one of your players, you send a Saka. Say, for example, Arsenal want Ivan Toney. Just say, Arsenal are interested in Ivan Toney. Saka, listen, yeah? Aaron Ramsdale. Ramsey, listen. See, when you go away with England at the Euros, yeah? Have a word with Ivan and just say, look, my manager likes you, Ivan, isn't it? He likes you. Like, what are you saying? Now, would you come? These things happen, guys. These things happen. Even if it's a Swiss player, and it comes out, England are playing Switzerland, for example, and, Michel's calling Bukayo. Listen, Bukayo, when you play Switzerland, right, next week, you see that player, see that left back in the tunnel or whatever, when you have your drink after, have a word and just put the feelers out. They managers do this, right, with their players. They put the feelers out. That's where the term comes on. Put the feelers out and just gauge his interest. Just see if, would he be interested in, coming to England? Would he be interested in playing for the Arsenal? Blah, blah, blah. Now, most players, I would imagine, because it's Arsenal, most players will be like, yeah, listen, yeah, I'd be interested. And don't forget, we're in London. It's another big attraction for a lot of these foreign players, right? Once you get the green light, that's where Arsenal should be like, right, listen, through certain channels, we've managed to find out that, he'd be open to the idea. Then you go from there. And that's where agents then get involved and, and whatever. The fact that Arsenal aren't doing this, and they can't be doing this, guys, they can't be, because we would have had something done by now. What worries me with this club, it's not so much who we're buying. I can't believe we're struggling to sell. Because for me, and I said this before, as much as I'm interested to see who Arsenal buy this summer, I'm also equally as interested to see who they ship out, because for me, Arsenal have got so many fringe players who are bringing this club down financially, and we need to be shifting these players out. Need to be. Clear the decks, right? And the fact that so many of these players are still here. Kieran Tierney, what's going on with him? Thomas Partey, what's going on with him? Nketiah, what's going on there? Smith Rowe, what's going on there? Right? Zinchenko, what's going on there? Gabriel Jesus. I think Jesus needs to go. He ain't going to do nothing for us. But people love him. Cool. Squad player. Okay. But he's a squad player at best. He's not a first teamer. Right? Reece Nelson's another one. What's going on with him? See all these players. You look at and you think, look, you can't sell these players. Just because they're not good enough for Arsenal doesn't mean they can't do a job elsewhere. Right? You know, worse players than these guys get sold for half decent money. Worse than this. Worse than them. Worse. So if that's the case, why can't we shift these players out? It really gets my goat, that guys. It really does. I can't help it. 44 likes. Come on. Nat Leslie in the chat as well. Big up yourself. Messi, when playing for Barcelona, was caught up with racist comments, which was covered up as per usual. There you go. Listen, I think we all know deep down Messi's that way. Look, he's probably that way inclined, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? We just marvel over him, you know, purely for his football skill. But listen, make no mistake, a lot of the players I really like are probably the most dodgiest, if we're being honest. God, where's that comment? Look here, look at this comment. Static Diesel. Remember Ainsley Maitland-Niles? Wolves offered 25 million. Stupid thing, Michelle turned down the offer as he was obsessed to keep him. He left for free. He signed for Lyon last season, just finished. And I remember that. And who else was it wasn't it West Ham who offered up 30 million or 25 million for Eddie Nketiah? And again, we turned that down. But this doesn't get mentioned. And this is what I'm saying, Static. I'm so glad you brought that up because some fans' memories need to be jogged here, right? That would have got swept under the carpet because it's Michelle. If that was Unai Emery, my God, he'd been hammered. Even to this day, he probably still would have been hammered for that because it's bad business. But Michelle, do what he wants, right? Guna Gargamel, big up yourself, mate. Up you well. I thought Eddie Nketiah was going to Marseille. Well, that's the rumour at the moment. Apparently, they like him. I think who else has just gone there? Is it Højbjerg from Spurs? I think he's just joined Marseille. But yeah, apparently Marseille on the lookout for certain players, and apparently the rumour is they like him. But I can't listen. This 50 million for Eddie Nketiah, I'm sorry. As I said earlier on, I know strikers are a premium, but come on. No club's going to pay 50 million for Eddie Nketiah. Let's just have it right. Come on. Highbury's local badger. Big up, Diesel. We have clowns running the club that bought Raya, who ain't all that when you could have got Spain's number one, Unai, half the price, who is in his 20s. Make it make sense, bruv. Again, facts. Facts. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you, local badger. I'm still really upset, mate, by the fact that we let Martinez go. That's still to this day. It still grates me, you know. It still grates me how we let him go and we kept Bernd Leno. It really. And again, when Bernd Leno was injured and like Martinez was playing for us, look at how good he was, man. And yet Bernd Leno, comes back from injury and in he goes straight away. And again, you have to look at that and think, what kind of manager does that? All this, like, I'm very listen. I'm massive on this. You know, you play for the shirt, you earn the shirt. If you're playing well, you keep the shirt. You keep it. You know. No, it's disgusting. Jimmy D, right, I'm off these. Always great to see you back on, mate. Take care. Same with everyone in the chat. Big up yourself, Jimmy D. I love you, bruv. Hope you're well. And yeah, enjoy your night, mate. Enjoy your night. That's it, Marina, isn't it? Marina Granovskaya. We badly need her at Arsenal. She kicked Edu, leaving him clutching himself on the floor. I'll tell you what, this woman was shrewd. Yeah, I'm telling you now, she would do. Oh, I'd hire her tomorrow, mate. Well done, Sam. Diesel, enjoy yourself, mate. Wazza! Come on. Get the smooth operator player song playing in it, mate. I'm telling you now, seriously. I'm telling you now. Was it? Oh gosh, should be it. About another half hour. Sorry. Yeah, got to have a shower yet. Telling you. So this is what I do, guys. Right? I'm one of them dons. I like to play music in it. So I don't have to tell you, but so I put my Spotify in. Now on my Spotify, you know, you can create playlists. I've got a slow jams one, right? So obviously, you know, and you put it on shuffle. But the thing is, you can also, when you're playing a song, you can also pick what songs to play next. Yeah. So obviously, when you're in that moment and you're in that mood, you know you can pick what songs you want to play. And there's something about music, like certain songs, which just obviously give you that little bit of edge as well. I'm telling you, if you haven't tried that, try it. Yeah, don't have nothing on or a telly on. It's all about music, but it's got to be sensual stuff as well. Yeah, gets you in proper in the mood, and also a couple of candles here and there. Lighting is very important. Trust me, I'm telling you. And obviously have a couple of JD and Cokes, yeah. Obviously, yeah. They call it Dutch Courage. Diesel, facts. That Man City was horrendous to watch, but all they had to do was keep winning, and they did. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They weren't great last season. They still romped to the title. I mean, come on. Hybrids local badger. Who would you have? Who would you have both around the same age, Marino or Kimmich, who costs less? For me, no brainer. It's Kimmich. He could be easily sold after it makes good business sense. But these clowns don't want trophies. Yeah, Kimmich is a bowler, mate. I'll take Kimmich all day long. Although saying that, I thought Marino was all right. You know, he's a good player. Zubimendi for me is exactly what I think Arsenal need. I like Danny Olmo as well, but you know we ain't going to get him. Listen, guys. In a nutshell, this California guy, not what I would have done, but look, Arsenal need. In fact, I'd go as far. I think Arsenal need two midfielders, two. But for me, the priority for Arsenal, there's two things. They need a top quality midfielder to partner Declan Rice, and they need a striker. I've got a feeling they're not going to buy a striker. I've got a feeling they're going to rely on Havertz again, knowing we've got Gabriel Jesus there, who can also play there. And I can't see. I hope I'm wrong. I can't see Arsenal spending big on a striker. I can't. I just can't see it. We've got the money, but for whatever reason, I think he's going to show too much faith in Havertz. And if he does, I'll tell you something. Christ, I will break the internet, man. And again, Badger, you're right, mate. You know, all this about Arsenal don't want to intro. I genuinely, look, I said this earlier on, I'll say it again. I've said it so many times on this channel. I'm not just saying this, right, you know, for the sake of it. I honestly think Arsenal are content with top four. I do. I really do. I don't think, to his credit, I'm not classing Michelle in that. I'm not. But I do think the money men upstairs, I think Michelle genuinely wants to win. I will say that. He strikes me as that type. He's not, he wants to go the whole hog. But I think Arsenal as a collective, I think that the money men, I think all they care about is revenue. All they care about is finance. All they care about is money. All they care about is top four. As long as they keep getting in that top four, which brings that Champions League revenue in, that's all I think they care about. Anything on top of that is a cherry on top. It's a bonus. But that's it. They're okay with that. And when you see, and again, people can say, well, that's just an opinion. But look, if you actually look at the actions and look at how they're moving, it kind of gives you a bit of an indication as to what's really going on here. Are you hell-bent on wrestling this title away from Man City? Because if you are, show us. And again, this is what I said earlier on. You want to do this? Cool. Show us. You want to do that? Cool. Show us. You want to do a bit of that up there? Cool. Show us. Just show us. It's really not that hard. Show us. Oh, God, blimey. Dugout. Douglas. Actions speak louder than words for sure. Doug, it's been a while, mate. Hope you're well. It's been a while, mate. I expect you in time. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. For anyone who doesn't know, the Dugout Football channel as well, give him a follow. Lovely, lovely guy. He's a Liverpool fan. Same as us, mate. You guys haven't bought anyone yet. Arne Slot is officially there now. Guys, can I just say one thing as well? I was thinking this earlier on, right? And again, this does strike me as a little bit of arrogance. I keep on. Now, look, you guys know me. For me, Pep Guardiola is the best manager in world football. I love this guy. I've heard a lot of people mentioning Pep when it comes to England, right? Taking this job. Now, there's a lot of pundits and there's a lot of people who are basically saying, look, if the price is right and they can afford the salary, he'll come. Easy as that, right? I don't think he would take it, if I'm honest. And I'll tell you why. I am one of how do I word this? I am a minority when I say there's a lot of these England players I just don't rate. Right? And the thing is, everyone thinks if the money's right, Pep will just come running. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't think Pep rates half this lot. I'll never forget when we played Barcelona in the Champions League. This was the game where Jack Wilshere. Do you remember when he absolutely played a blinder? It was quality like in that game. I can't lie. It was brilliant. And this is one thing that really upset a lot of the Arsenal fans. Whereas me, I actually totally understood where Pep was coming from here. Because when he was being interviewed after the game, I think did we win that 1-0? I can't remember. He was being interviewed by a pundit after the game. And the pundit was just raving to Pep about Jack Wilshere. And Pep turned around to the pundit and said, yeah, look, he had a really good game. He's a very good player. But if I'm being totally honest, I've got loads of players just like that in my under-21s. And a lot of Arsenal fans really took offence to that. Whereas I actually understood what he was saying. Pep, what we think is a great player, Pep can look at him and think, yeah, he's all right. Pep's talent ID is class. Not only that, guys, let's have it right. Yes, Jack Wilshere played a good game, but listen, Pep probably does, or did at the time, probably did have, yeah, he's a good player, but I've got players just like him at that age in my reserves. And I think he actually did. So I think Pep, if he would never come out and say this, because he's not an arsehole like that. But if we're being honest, he probably looks at this England team and thinks, do you know what? I don't know what you guys are on about. After that lot ain't all that. So I don't think it's when people reckon it's just a money thing, and if we get the money, if we actually can match the salary, Pep will come. I don't think he would. I don't think Pep looks at this England squad and thinks, "Oh, I'd love to have a go at that." Do you know what I mean? I don't think he rates these players. I don't think he does. So I think when it's not as easy as just money. Look at the players we got under a better manager. These players are going to walk it in every tournament, and they're going to smash the World Cup, and they're going to do this, and they're going to walk on water, eat bullets and shit ice cream. They're going to no. Honestly, I think Pep's on the same sort of mindset as me. I look at these England players, not all of them, but a lot of them. I look at and think they're overrated. It's the country who hypes these players up. It's the country. before the Euro started, every man and his dog thought, oh, it's England's. Oh, it's definitely England's. Oh, it's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. We haven't won anything since 66. But oh, it's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. What's home? Here? Is here home? No, do you know what I mean? That's all you hear. Every single tournament, every single World Cup is coming out. The sun comes out. You know, it's overrated. These players are overrated. I'm sorry, they are. Harvey's local badger. I actually like Calafiori. Italians produce the best defenders. He was trained by Bruno Conti, a winner, a Roma legend, and a world-class player who won World Cup 82. Why has this still not been finalised? Now, look, the thing is, from what I've heard, he's a very good player. I'm not knocking him. My thing is, I'm just like, the very first signing Arsenal making is the centre-half. Secondly, why is a deal like this taking so long? This should be one of the easier deals to do. You know, so this, again, but again, it's Arsenal, isn't it? This is what we do. We drag it out. You know, if a club want 40 million, we offer 31. No, it's 40 million, Arsenal. All right, 32. No, Edu, 40 million. We want 40 million, not a penny less. All right, look, twist me arm, 33.2. That's Arsenal. To a point where the club then gets pissed off. And do you know what will happen? Another club just swoops in. Look, you want 40? Here's 40. We'll have him. Done. And Arsenal, all that haggling, all that messing about, all that time wasting, etc., etc., etc. And look, we lose the player because we messed around. And the thing with Arsenal is we always haggle, but we end up paying what they want anyway. If a club turns around to Eddie and says, listen, he's 40 million, not a penny less, then pay the 40 million. If you want him, pay it. They've turned around and told you, we are not haggling. We want 40 million minimum, not a penny less. Match it or walk away. And Arsenal will still, all right, 32 million. Oh, can we not do 33? Oh, come on. Yeah. Now, me personally, if I had to deal with someone like that, it would wind me up to a point where my tolerance is low anyway. So I'll be like, listen, I'm telling you one more time, 40 million, don't even dare come to me with anything less. And if they still did, then I'm like, I can't talk. I have to block you from the phone. I can't talk to you anymore. I can't talk to you anymore. That's what I'm saying. Dugout Football Channel. Did I read somewhere you have about 13 players on 100 grand a week? Yeah, we do. That's true. That's true. The fringe players, even fringe, they're not even fringe. They're on 100 grand a week. The thing about Arsenal have always paid very, very well. They pay their players very well. Players who do not deserve that level of money, they get it at the Arsenal. This is why it's so hard for Arsenal to shift players. Man United are going through that at the moment, or they have been for the last, several seasons, because some of these players, they've got it so good at the club that there's not many other clubs who are prepared to match the wages that they're currently getting at Arsenal. That's why some of these players we've had to let go for free, or we've had to, rip up their contract or whatever, because there's no... Listen, Eddie Nketiah, this is the thing with Arsenal, right? Eddie's on about 100 grand a week, right? His last contract was about 100 grand a week, I'm sure. Now, Arsenal want 50 million for Eddie Nketiah. That's what they're asking. So when you think about it, what club do you know out there, guys, who's going to part with 50 million for Eddie Nketiah? And on top of that, his wages of 100 grand a week, which is, so it's more than 50 million for Eddie. This club, man, honestly. Mike England, big up yourself, Mike. I see you, mate. Hope you're well. Facts, Diesel. West Ham did offer 30 million for Nketiah. Yep, I remember it. No one will pay these wages, 100 grand a week. Facts. Not gonna get 50 million for Eddie, unfortunately, mate. Listen, we won't even get 30. Honestly, I can't see a club who would pay 30 million for him, let alone 50. I can't see it. I cannot see it. Diesel, thank you. That damn Arteta haunted me forever when he rejected Wolves' great offer for AMN. It's unbelievable. When you think Wolves, 30 million for Maitland-Niles, and yet we end up letting him go for free. It's like, do you know what? I cannot believe that's not looked at. Honestly, in any other business, that would be looked at. It baffles me. Christ, 22:03. I've got to go, guys. Anything else? Love TKO, YMCA, behave yourself. I can't play that. Mastermind. It's Mastermind. It's me, Diesel. How are you, mate? Long time. Hope you're well, bruv. You good, yeah? Hope you're well. Yeah, keeping sweet. Lovely. Diesel, thank you for the life advice, brother. Facts. Come on. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'll do what I'll do. While I can. Listen, there's going to be a time when I can't do this, right? So, listen, we get one life. We have to enjoy life because we've seen how quick it can get taken away from you, right? So, there you go. Hubby's local badger, facts, bruv. We need 2 strikers and 2 midfielders, to be honest, but you're 100% right. The board wants top 4, 0 trophies. Kroenke did say he bought the club, not for trophies. He was not wrong, bruv, and thank God I don't feel the KSC. And yeah, exactly. And this is the thing, guys. I genuinely believe that, and I'm not putting Michelle in that. The one thing I will say about this manager, I genuinely believe he wants to win. He wants to win the league. He's not content with this top 4 nonsense. It's not him. I think it's the people above him. They are happy for top 4. It's revenue. It's all it is. It's additional revenue. That's it, right? It's money. Because if Arsenal are like us and they want to go all out to win trophies, they will do actions that show us, Arsenal ain't messing about. Arsenal ain't ramping. Arsenal are serious. If they were moving like that, then us fans and me on this stream would be saying, hey, listen, fair play, you know. Arsenal was starting to move like a big club. But we're not saying that, are we? We're not saying that. So, yeah, there you go. Dugout, I'm very well, Diesel. Thank you. Hope you are good. Top man, thank you very much, mate. All good. As long as you're good, I'm good, mate. You know that. This is partly why we can't sell these players, because we put them on extortionate wages. Exactly, yeah, facts. We put them on like big money, right? They've not even come and proven like themselves. Because let's be honest, we don't buy finished articles at Arsenal, do we? We buy projects. Diesel, I'll let you go, bro. Great work. Thank you very much. Wazza, sorry, Diesel, I have to go. Early start tomorrow, mate. Listen, we're all going. 56 likes. I beat 50. Boom, come on. Excuse me. Cheers, Diesel, and all in the chat. Big up yourself. Static Arsenal fans, keep the standards high and get this fraudulent Arteta out of the club, as well as Edu. The board and especially the owners that refuse to kick Michelle and Edu out of Arsenal Football Club. There you go. Listen, we'll see what happens. Look, there's 3-4 weeks left until the season starts. And I think Arsenal will buy players. I'm just not sure they're going to be the kind of players that we're going to want. Not so want, but are these players, will they buy players that will come in and will look at these and think, these are the guys who are going to get us over the line? I very much doubt it, but there you go. It's football. Things happen all the time. I'm never wrong, though. So, yeah, my money's on me. But, guys, listen, I'm going to go. Got to now jump in the shower, and I'm going to have a good night, and I've got to sort out my playlist, all right? Anyway, love yous. See yous. Big up yourselves. Hobby's local badger. Before I go, Diesel, great show, bruv. My personal opinion, I want KSC, Arteta, Edu, dog win, gone. Bless you also, bro. And thank you for watching, mate. Really appreciate that. King Mikel, Terence, you know, I work tonight, son. And Diesel, great show. Love it. Guys, I'll be back very soon. Wish you well. All the best. Love you. I'm going to play the intro as an outro. Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say, right? Love yous. Bless you. Love you. Thank you. Wish me luck tonight, all right? Yeah. Well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me. Subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere.